Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Car Manufacture, where in the last episode, guys, we spent some serious money on expanding. We've now got this brand new section of our factory that we can now utilize, and what we've done was we made our car park area even bigger. We built a brand new sales area, which means that we can now set up more sales zones and stations. And we also extended our research area, so we now can research cars so much quicker as well. We've unlocked for the first time this marketplace where it allows us to buy parts directly from it, rather than having to run all the way to the ship, which has kind of got me thinking, is there somehow a way in which I can improve my current setup to be more efficient to make more money? Now, the answer obviously is going to be yes, and I kind of want to test it out today. So I'm going to cause chaos, okay? I'm going to cause absolute chaos today. So welcome back to another episode, boys. If you are enjoying the series, please make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new so you get notified when more episodes do come out. Now, in the last episode, I asked a few of you guys to give me some suggestions of brand new names because I want to try and get away from the basic names that I've got. We're going to keep the Folio. That will stay. The Volkswagen's going to stay. But I'm selling the Folio 6, so I've got two Folios on the go, and I've got a Volkswagen Y. And I asked you guys to give me some name suggestions, and you guys did not disappoint. So first things first, then, we can actually unlock the next variant of the Volkswagen, which will be Volkswagen 7 at this point, which is kind of wild. So this is the Volkswagen 7. If I can spell it right, boys. Volkswagen 7. Right, and then confirm that. And then this one, oh, you guys gave me some really good names. Now, I'm going to try and utilize all the names throughout the rest of the series. There were some really good ones, like Foliant, the Foolster, the Mitsofolio, which was kind of hilarious, the Foolari. But what I'm going to name this one here is the Fool's Stang, like after the Mustang right now, the Fool's Stang. There we go, Full Stang. Nice, I love it. And it's red as well, so it kind of makes it look even more dangerous. I'm going to confirm that as well. So, two new vehicles up and running. And then what we'll do in the background is get our next variants also researching as well. So this next tier here is always going to be the evolution of the Volkswagen. So select due, and then this is obviously going to research whatever it researches next, which, oh! That's like a little beetle, isn't it? Okay, that's interesting. Now, I want to kind of revamp all of my systems, okay? I kind of want to, in reality, like delete it all and start again and see if we can work out something a lot better than what we currently have right now. But I know to do that, it's going to cost me a lot of money. Now, the idea would be is to see how we've got two lines here. If we could merge these into one line. So theoretically, we start production here and then we go backwards. And as it gets to there, it turns around to come back down, then out it goes. Now, the idea for that would be simply, I have more stations. So I only have to do, because I'm struggling right now for parts in the station because of the sheer size of them. It kind of overloads the storage of our robotic arms. But it allows me to kind of like add a few parts on, move it, add a few parts on, move it, add a few parts on, move it. So more stations means more miniature parts added on, and it just keeps moving the conveyor belt system. Now, that would mean my current setup are reducing these four into two lines, but it wouldn't be this long. No, actually, I think it would be this long. It would be a little bit wider, so I'll obviously need to buy this. But the idea is if I can merge that, then this space here, rather than merging these two, we place a marketplace there and then do another conveyor system here. So they have direct access, really quick and easy, back and forth to this marketplace, and they can get the parts delivered with absolute ease. Now, this is going to be a big risk, okay? This is going to be the riskiest thing I've ever done in this series so far, is to completely halt production of everything that I'm now creating, which we're going to stop. We're going to stop. We're going to stop, and we're going to stop. Right, take a deep breath, guys. Take a deep breath right now. We're going to start off from scratch. I'm actually going to delete the building and build it naturally all over again. So the biggest risk I'm taking, because it means I'm going to halt production, I'm not producing any vehicles, I'm going to instantly start losing big stacks of cash. Which you could argue it is slightly worrying. It is slightly worrying. But if we can do this just right, we are going to make serious cash in the long run, as we'll be able to produce vehicles so much quicker. Right, we've stopped production. It means all vehicles that are currently being produced will then be finalized and no new vehicles will be created after. And I'm going to delete everything because I want a blank, fresh start. Okay, guys? I want a blank and fresh start. Slightly nerve-wracking, but allow them to do what they've got to do. Now, while they're... Actually, I can't edit anything on the current line until it's all done and dusted. So, we still play the waiting game, boys. We still play the waiting game right now. We still play the waiting game. Right, I'm really nervous about this. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm really nervous. So, the Volkswagen Y has been selling for so long. Look at the trend for it right now. Is it the reputation, the popularity for it? It's a very, very popular model. It's probably our most popular model we've ever created, only because it's been on sale for the longest, so it's had the longest amount of advertising of any vehicle that we've ever created. Right, this is not far from being complete right now. We're probably going to research both of these vehicles this episode as well, which is going to also be kind of wild, to say the least. It's going to kind of be a little bit wild. But it's all good, boys. It's all good right now. This is going to be absolutely glorious. Absolutely glorious, sir. So, right. How many more vehicles remain? So apparently, when you change the... Someone said to me, when you change the vehicle, it changes the quality station, which looking at them right now, it does not. So whoever put that comment in the comment section, you got me all stressed out right there. But it turns out, no, the quality station stays the same. I was getting stressed that was going to be a thing. But if the vehicle quality is less anyway, it gets repaired. That's what those quality assurance testing stations, whatever they're called, pretty much do. Right, so this is now all done. So I can scrap this whole line. Oh, no, I've scrapped the blueprint, sorry. I need to scrap the whole lines. What's the best way to scrap a line? Is it easier to oof the building over everything else? I'm not too sure what the best bet would be. So delete you. Is it like a delete all button? Destroy. I mean, I can reuse some of this stuff, so it's not like it's the end of the world. Right, we're going to put it into pause right now, because this is where it's all going to start. Now, let me see if I can get rid of said building. It will not delete the objects inside. Fair enough. We're going to zoom right in. I know I can reuse them, but I don't know how chaotic this is now going to become. Okay? So, destroy for 2,000. How much are they to buy, first and foremost? 4,000. Okay, maybe I do hold on to them. We're definitely going to delete these ones, though. We're definitely going to delete these ones. So, this is where it now all begins. I'm going to get rid of the storage areas, as we no longer need them as of right now. They can disappear for us. This whole area can then go. Goodbye, goodbye. Delete you. Delete you. Right. Select and delete. Select and delete. And let me just get rid of the conveyor belt systems. And we'll begin with this side. So I do have a couple of options in reality. I can either create them sideways or just keep them like this. I think we'll keep them like the building this kind of style. And we've currently got 4. And I kind of want to also space them a little bit further as well, because even though we got a 4 space, it turns out, right, some of the vehicles are a bit longer than the 4 space, which kind of then becomes a little bit annoying. You know what I mean? So if we had set up that... I got to flip this around, by the way. Oh, you have to delete it. Okay, I have to destroy these because they're not... You can't reposition them. Right, can I reposition these? Oh, okay, you can't reposition anything. So they've all got to be deleted. So, oh my goodness me. Has the game not implemented the ability to be able to reposition stuff? By the looks of it, no. So if we kept the same door system here, okay, all we need to implement, now this stuff you don't need to have space in. So if I had you there and then the paint station just here, that's all set up just nicely. And we sell it up for, if the quality is less than excellent, it'll go to the repair station. So that's all I've got to do with that. So we'll kind of build it backwards and see how far we can go. Now, we had a space of 4 before, basically 4 tiles, which worked out pretty well, but some of the vehicles that we are producing now are pretty long, and they still are longer than 4 tiles. So I'm going to say we're going to do 6. Now, you could argue 6 is way too much, but at least I have the safety and comfort of knowing that all the vehicles can fit inside. We can have at least one waiting. 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, there we go. So, if I then spin these right round, and we go to here, and then we do the same going back down now. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8. And I do another 6. Is that 6? That's 2, 4, 5, 6. And then another 6 would be, that's 2, 4, 5, 6 will be here. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I could get 10 in. I could try and push for 10. I could try and push for 10, guys. That could be pretty sweet. That could be pretty sweet, unless, because I've got to delete all these stations now. Unless, because the other side of it is where we're going to position our marketplace. I didn't realize if you delete the stations, it also deletes the arms. So that just made my life so much easier. Right, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. So unless we wiggle another 3 this way, and then put the marketplaces in the center. It all depends on how it's going to set up with the building for the marketplace. You know what I mean? So that would go here. So we've got a 2 either side. So that will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 if I don't use these 2. And just to kind of visualize it, we'll do it like this real quick. There we go. Bam, bam. What's the issue here? What's the issue here that I can't do it? Oh, I've got to research the extension of the stations, don't I? Is it this one? Assembly, upgrade to 6, upgrade to 10. There we go. Oh, I was going to say then, what's going on here, boys? What's going on here? Right, bam. So that comes out by... I've made it come out by 1, which is a little bit less than the other side. It's less than this one, so I'm going to redo this. So we're going to create a snake like that. Okay, that's pretty much what we're going to do. And then we're going to try and mimic this on the opposite side. And then in this little horseshoe that it creates, we're going to drop down a couple of the marketplaces, which the marketplaces are in storage. Are they called market? Yeah, they're called markets here. So we'll have one here, and then we'll duplicate another one next to it. Obviously, it's got to be outside, and that pretty much sets us up pretty nicely for doing this. So if I then go back to the building, and we've got to kind of now take a chunk out of the building. So I don't need this whole section here anymore, so that can be eaten up. If I then cancel up to there, that becomes all I technically need. But I kind of do like having a bit of a chunky section that I can still see a little bit more. So let me just, I reckon we can get actually one more back out of it. So scrapping what I've just done, I'm going to add that back in either side. So we've got a 1 gap either side. And we can't do that because of these damn doors. Oh, we can reposition that so we can save some money Okay, some stuff we can reposition, which is hilarious. Right, there we go. We got a little bit of a chunkier section. I'll give it one more there just to kind of work with. So that was a 1, 2, 3. So if I get 1, 2... Oh, it's the whole of this here. So my next one, I'll have to buy this area to work with. So that's not a problem. But this is now wildly setting this up for some craziness. Dear God, are we going to regret this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So let me reposition this. So by repositioning this, it's going to go... Now, thinking about it, right, we don't need the space after here, if I'm being honest with you. Right, solely because once it gets past there, it hasn't got to wait. It instantly goes through these two together. So if I get rid of these, I can shorten this building a little bit more. So we're going to instantly make it go for a paint station. We'll instantly make it go through the test station, which we make sure that it's on excellent quality. And then the building, because the building, like I said, it doesn't need to be this long. Can be scrapped to there, to which all we need to implement is a door. Okay, maybe we do need the space. Maybe we do need a little bit of space. Right, let me just scrap this real quick. Is it the conveyor belt that's kind of throwing us off there? Test station. No, okay, so we have got to push it back by one more. Right, once I fine-tune this, we are laughing all the way to the bank. Or we're going to be crying in bankruptcy. One or the other. One or the other, guys. Right, put that back to excellent. Great. So like I said then, we get this kind of little indentation to where we're going to move this marketplace now. So what it gives us the ability to do is access with a door. We'll do a double door just here. So access the marketplace to pick up parts to get to there easier. So it's, I wouldn't say it's equal spacing between here to here versus here to there, but it gives us a little bit of option where this is really close by, but they're just simply walking back and forth here. We'll build a second one to have another setup there. Now, granted, I've now changed it all from simply having 4 lines to now 1, which is obviously not great. It's obviously not great. Now, are these not connected? I feel like these aren't connected here. So maybe I have got to make them a little bit longer. Oh, wow. Okay, so that doesn't work the way I'm expecting it to. Oh, don't tell me I've got to do this all again. Seniac boy, what is going on? Can we not make this connect to here? So that goes there. Can you put these on top? Bam. Bam. Oh, you can. Right, for the 10th time, excellent quality. So that's hopefully going to be set up quite nice. Now, we'll build this, and then we'll look towards building the second one. So this is now going to entail a lot of these robotic arms, okay? A lot of these robotic arms, these advanced ones. So I'm going to put one either end, like this, on each setup. So we're only going to start with 4. I don't feel like we need more than 4, solely because we're now spreading the workload a lot more. To be honest with you, 4 could still be too much, because I've really expanded the workload and what is now possible. So there we go with those. Now, if we implement a vehicle on it, we just have unlocked the brand new Volkswagen. Oh, I've got 2 Volkswagen 7s. Oh, I'm a fool. Have I really put 2 Volkswagen 7s? Yes. You can't rename it either, can you? Can you rename a vehicle? I'm an idiot. I've put 2 Volkswagen 7s. Seniac, what are you doing right now? Do you even know what you're doing, sir? There's not a way to rename my vehicle, is there? Can I do it here? Volkswagen 7. I would like to rename it. Is that an option? No. You idiot, boy. You idiot right now. Okay, it's fine. Fine. I knew there was going to be a boo-boo at some point with these namings. Right, Volkswagen 7. So that's now in, and we now have up to 10 stations. So if I do it after every 2 first, just so I can see what the spacing is going to be. Bam, 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 and then bam. So along here, we kind of need to set this up a little bit better. So we'll leave that one to there. That one to there. No, that's got... We'll give you a 3. And then something else. We'll put the 3s there, which should be fine. It should be fine. So without doing anything right now, if I was kind of working with the first station here, we'll have to set up or create an order, which there's not many parts. Wow, okay, so the chassis itself is a 6. So if I place an order for the chassis there, and I do the same here by placing an order for the chassis, so they should both now just simply hold the chassis. So 2 chassis in either one. Then for this, we multiply the parts there by 2. And multiply the parts here by 2. So one is doing the, I assume front suspension, one's doing the rear suspension, and we got 2 for the chassis. So we've got 2 parts of everything in reality. So actually 4 arms work out pretty well for that. So the same here again. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So someone's getting the job of 2. Unless we do it like this, that we kind of get... Nah, it's a bit more difficult to work out. So if we do it like this, put 2 on that one. Then this one, we do 2 here. And then this one, we do 2 there. And then on this one, we do 2 there. So what that does is it pretty much gives us 2 on each, if that makes sense. That makes sense? We've spread that extra 1 or 2 over the 4. So that works out there. Now here is fuel tanks. There's no way in this world we need to have 4 fuel tanks, but I can place the order on all of them to have 1 fuel tank in stock. So that gives... Oh, I didn't put any on this side, did I? Missed out there, didn't I, boys? Now, that's not to say that we don't need 4 robotic arms, because if eventually in the future we change it to a different model, there might be something different in this section for it. You just don't know yet. We're just kind of future-proofing ourselves. So this, we'll do 1, 1, 1, and 1. Is that right? Yeah. So it has 2 of each object split between 1 in each of the arms. Okay. It's a bit overkill in some areas. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2, 4, 6. Oh, no, it's 7 in total. So if we do the same again with this. So 2. Yeah, we'll go 2 there. This one will create the order and do 2. This one will create the order and do 2. And this final one can have 4. I don't know why. I've just done it like that, okay? Right, this next one. 1 of each. So that works out as well. Now, the more complex the cars become, the more parts we're going to have. So doing stuff like this then becomes more time-consuming. But I think that's where we probably won't. So if I do 2 on that, do 2 on that, do 2 on that, and then this last one can have 2 of everything. It probably then... I won't be changing and chopping my cars as often. I'll be then waiting for big improvements in variants before I then completely change a whole line. Just because of how long it's then going to take us to kind of do stuff. Right, 2. And you could also argue having only 2 of each ones is probably not the best way to go about it. 2. And then finally 2. And I've got 2 more stations to go. It's crazy, isn't it? So it's 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're doing 2 on each one here. So, bam. And get rid of all of these. Multiply it by 2. And then we get rid of these 2 by 2. And then we up that by 2 as well. Right, finally the last one. Which we'll do 1 for you. Order you. Order you. And order you. Right, that's now all set up to produce the, which should be called the Volkswagen 8, but we're going to skip a model, okay? We'll go straight for the 9 after this, guys. The 8 don't exist. It's like the iPhones. We've created the Volkswagen 7 and the Volkswagen 7 Plus. That's what iPhones do, right? So that's set up quite nicely to now being able to produce what I need to do. So if I go, actually, we'll have to wait for them to start selling out of all these vehicles. So if I go into normal play mode right now, they're going to have a right meltdown of the fact that we don't have all the parts. But they should be able to instantly pick up the parts and deliver them straight away. Now, it seems like they're entering from only one side of this building. So it looks like there is an actual only one side that they enter from. So if I spin it round, does that then fix it? So that becomes, yes. Right. So are they going up there? I don't think they are. I think they're just walking out of that room, aren't they? Or that door, sorry. So there you go. We are now set up. Some of this doesn't have anything inside of it. Oh, I didn't add the part to some of these. Right. There you go. Now, is anything else empty that I realised I didn't add the part to? No, I think we're all good. So we can now officially start production of this. So, it should technically be the Volkswagen 8. It's now the Volkswagen 7. But in production, boys. It's now in production. So, a little bit more crazy than you expect. But you will need constant deliveries coming in. So this vehicle that we're now producing is bigger than 4, but less than 6. But having a consistent delivery right now of the chassis could be a slight issue for us to keep producing. We run out pretty quick, and it's not a case of I can add more to it because the storage is just not there. Now, what you could do is you could create a storage area. Now, this stuff hasn't been unlocked yet, the conveyor belt system. But if I create a storage area here and then put on the shelf, this glorious medium shelf. Now, in all this craziness right now, I literally just glanced down and I've panicked. I'm kind of in a little bit of debt. So I was going to originally get this or create the order to have the parts for the chassis. But now I'm kind of slightly panicking that the fact that, one, I've got no vehicles to sell, and I've only just realised I'm hemorrhaging through all my money. So if anything, I need to get this vehicle sold. So before I do anything else, because now I'm actually panicking, guys, we are going to put this vehicle on sale. So it's the Volkswagen 7, which we've kind of skipped over the original 7 and gone for the new 7. We'll change this real quick. Volkswagen 7. The Folio is no longer a thing, so I want to now deselect you, and there should be no deactivate all on that. These can now be sold. So can I get rid of all of this stuff for the sake of now being able to recuperate some more money? I'm not sure if that money is going to come back in or not with that. No, I don't think it did. But do you get a refund from the building? You do, but it's not enough to kind of do anything for me. We're going to set this for release. So release it. Actually, let me do my profit margin boost first, boys. Now, it is the only vehicle that we're going to be selling, so this is going to kind of hinder us for a while. And we're going to release that. And hopefully we can sell it pretty quick. We're not actually that far from actually producing the first ones. But I need some cash. Now, I'm going to have to, for the first time ever, look all my money going up and up and up. And then, I did tell you this is going to be the biggest risk ever. We're going to take a loan. So we'll take a loan, right, of 4 grand. That's the most I can take. Actually, I could probably take all of them. But let's just see how far that 4 grand is going to last us. So fasty forwardy then. I just need a vehicle out in the market so I can sell it. And it's probably going to have to go to be repaired first, which is fine. I don't mind that solely because I'm more likely to sell a vehicle that's in excellent condition. You know what I mean? Now, what is that one in? That one's in decent condition. And apparently the price is too high. There is other loans I can grab. I need to sell some vehicles because without selling them, we kind of are just continually paying for parts. Now, is that set up? Oh, do nothing. It's set on do nothing. Repair workshop. That's what I needed to kind of get it to do. Right, we're going to quickly take another loan. Hopefully that will see us through a little bit longer. Now, these will be considered not great models. So we're going to send them to the repair shop real quick. And we've just sold a vehicle. Okay, we've just sold a vehicle, so slight little bit of panic now over. Slight bit of panic now over. They can be repaired. We're just obviously continually waiting to sell these vehicles. Now, the only downside to this, we're now beholden and reliant on one conveyor line. Which, like I said, was going to be a big risk. And trust me, it is a risk. It's a huge risk. Now, can we sell the same vehicle on this section here for the sake of bringing... No, we can't. You can only sell one vehicle on one line. So at least all the vehicles are now being repaired. We've just sold another one, which is pretty good. So will that now enable me to set up what I wanted to do with having those chassis nearby? Maybe yes, maybe no. But they're going through some of the areas pretty quick and not so quick in other areas. So the whole system gets held up slightly here. Now, what's the reason behind it getting held up here now? This requires us to have... So the wheels, it needs 4 of them. So if I increase the storage capabilities there... and all the other light... Is it the wheels that just kind of hold us up, maybe? We're going to see right now what happens. We're going to try and get more stored over there. But it could be the fact that maybe I need something else to also be doing wheels. So if I place the order on all of these to also do wheels... Oh, I'm doing spare wheels, aren't I? Damn it, I'm doing the wrong wheels. Did I do the right wheels on this one? Yeah. Right, if they've all got the capacity to do wheels, that might speed up the progress right now, because I think some of it can't be done until the wheels are placed on. So it might now... I mean, we're missing something on this. There we go, that last little part. So that goes. Let's see how quick this one gets done. Which is so much quicker than before. So we've speeded up the progress on that side, providing it keeps getting its guts. Now, we are beholden on this one vehicle, which is probably the wrong thing to do. And this setup is probably way too big for what I need it to be. I know. Before you say it, I know. I know. I was having a home run with my previous setup. And now I've jumped to something as big as this. So, can we get random colors? By the way, use a random color on this. I just realized the paint station's not doing what I want it to do. There we go. Nice random colors coming in. But at least we're now pushing the vehicle through a lot quicker. And now it's getting held up just here. So, no, I think the spacing's correct at the minute. I think it all comes down to deliveries. And now looking at it, I don't think I want to produce any more than what I'm doing right now. So that could be a nice little balance. It could be. So apparently the price is too high for a lot of them. They're not really feeling it at the moment. But it is what it is. It is what it is at this point. There's not really much I can do. Now, I do want to build the next variant of it. But as you can see, I've kind of quickly run out of money. Now, the money running out of money literally come down to the fact that we had to buy so many of these robotic arms. That's where the cash is in the game. That's where you spend the cash. Now, looking at it, we are selling and we are going back to making money, but we need to sell a lot more of them. Now, we are producing a lot of them. We are producing so many of them right now. Is there a way? Do you know what I'm going to do for all these? Because we're kind of being held up on all of this. We'll see if we can kind of place the order for everything to have it. That way there's always a part somewhere for it. Because this is the one that kind of is slowing us down a little bit. So we can, if we can speed up this side of it, there's always a part somewhere in one of these robotic arms. So they can ultimately all grab the needed part. Because it is the last stage of our production. Now, if this is so speedy, we're getting slowed down here, we'll then do the same for this section. So that's now speedy. This part is now speedy. Now, we can keep producing, but if we're not selling them, then that becomes our next issue. So in the sales then, we're going to activate all of the marketing to boost up its popularity and ability to keep on selling. But I think going down to down to one model from 4 has really thinned out our sale potential. So we've just sold another one there. We've just sold another one there, so that's good. We're pulling it back, boys. We are pulling it back. And now we're getting somewhere. So how much are these stations again? So if I get to the assembly station, they're 200. And then 4 grand for all the robotic arms, which was absolutely wild now when I think back to it. About how many robotic arms I've purchased. But you can't argue this has really speeded up our production. Right, it does slow down here slightly as well. But I think at its current stage, I don't really want it to go any faster than what it is doing, because we are filling up the car park pretty rapidly. Alright, number 1 sold. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. More vehicles going through. We're producing like crazy. So before you know it, this whole area here will be filled up with these type of cars. I can then pause production, so I then stop spending money on parts to allow these to then sell. Or I could switch it over to produce a different type of vehicle, but that would then mean me going through the whole production scenario again, which is a little bit of a long-winded process. So the money's coming in slowly. We have to now live with the decisions that we've now made. Was this the worst decision I could possibly do? Has this added so much jeopardy right now to my whole car company? Was I borderline on the brink of bankruptcy? Yes, to all that stuff. Our loans are now already been repaid. So that's good. Money is slowly creeping back into our bank account. So is the money now going up in our balance? Yes, the balance, since having the debt, and paying it off, we are now going back up with our bank balance. We just got to hope, right, that we can keep selling these vehicles. So the only issues we're going to have is either the customer deems it too expensive to buy, or, as that one customer's just stated, the place seems depressing, or my salesman is being unprofessional. Those are the other sides. Now, what I could do is create some smaller conveyor systems elsewhere that kind of consistently keep producing my other smaller models. So basically, I might need to create some mini factories. Maybe I can do it over on this side, which will allow me to produce other variants of cars that can sell, but on a smaller scale. And then slowly keep this over here as my bigger factory. That might be the way to go about doing it. So turns out, no, I didn't need this. Okay, I didn't need this, so I'm going to get rid of that. That can now go. Didn't need it because the balance of this is completely fine. We've got a lot of vehicles. And in terms of sales, that's the popularity. Sales, oh wow, in that 1 month we sold 5 in that 1 year, sorry. Okay, that's worked out really well. We're still selling vehicles. Money's going up, which is great to see. I've got 2 new models to release shortly. Right. While it has slightly set us back a little bit in future production, investing into this definitely will pay off. It definitely will pay off. So what we're going to do next episode, guys, is we're going to create smaller micro factories, which will probably produce over on this side. That will be maybe 2 stations wide, 2 stations big, to produce extra cars so we can keep selling. So we've got more of a chance of selling vehicles to make money. Get ready for my micro factories in the next episode, guys. This has been an interesting one. That's all I'm going to say. It's been an interesting one. Do I regret it? Yes and no. Yes, for the fact that I've now halted my progression quite dramatically. But no, because this is going to be the standard for my next set of production lines when we do have the money to expand. I do have a lot of vehicles I've got to sell, but my money, my bank balance is climbing again. So I can breathe a little bit easy. It would just be nice to have a few more variants to actually physically sell. Right. Let me have it, guys. Let me hear it in the comment section down below. I'm ready for it. I'm a big boy. I got my big boy pants on. Just go easy on me, okay? Go easy on me. Until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.